welcome to the Sharkmoney Show. I'm your host, T-Shark, with my co-host,
B-Shark.
Yeah, you tuned in to the numero uno betting shark show of them all. It's the Sharkmoney Show. Now here we go with the playoffs. What? Playoffs? Yeah, we couldn't do that last week to you. That was trash. So we're back in your stash one more time with no mustache. You know who we are. But who? B, is it going down for you next week or is it going down this week? The Super Wildcard weekend for everybody who be heat seeking. It's all over for everybody, but we got a lot of surprises. Like and share this video to all your friends out there. Even at the bar, y'all gonna talk about it. Y'all see y'all out there, but there's blood in the water. Put two fists throwing up, and I mean pink and straight right here all day. We gonna get this funny. Now here we go in playoff number one, and I'm counting it down. It's gonna be out there for the number one uno spot. Who wants it or not? It's the CIN, it's the Cincinnati, and I do mean the Bengals. And without the jungle, they at the minus 5.5. Let me relax, let me say it again. There's a city, there's a state, and there's a borough in every state you live in. It's every which way. It doesn't matter, but Joe Burrow is too thorough. I counted him out the other time, and he came back and he did it one more time, and it's going to happen to you. But they going against the storyline, and I do mean more in depth than anything else I've ever been, because this is the playoffs, okay? It's the LVR, and I mean all respect, bow down. If you don't know, guys, you bow down. It's the LVR Las Vegas Raiders, and before that they were champions once again, and I'm telling you now the story of the Madden God. It's the Madden spirit that shall drive the LVR into the Ohio River and say, you know what? We're gonna fight. Well, it's the minus 5.5 that I'm worried about for the Cincinnati, because these numbers don't lie. That plus 5 with this team on the road, and they just did a 5-quarter. And they did a 5-quarter. What? And they're going to go back on the road? I was told by my advisor, you must be crazy. But I'm telling you now, look up into the heavens and the stars. It's the Madden spirit. It's the 12th man on the field. And you're going to feel it from the bottom of your feet. Yeah, you feel that? Yeah, it's B-Shark telling you. Take the LVR, and I mean, don't even look back anymore. What? It's the T-Shark pick. I don't give a dang, because I'm going to tell you like it is. It's a guarantee to get this upset. It's got to be something you can't regret. Get all the money. Don't you even keep sweating. Who you got, B?
You think I'm gonna come out here with this shirt on right now and tell you to take the LVR? I'll speak B-Shark and tell you to take the Bengals, man. But first off, for those of you that like to fade the Bengals, this is another opportunity, because as history, I like to look at the history of things, history of rivalries, playoff history, things like that. The last time the Bengals won or covered was back in 1991 when Boomer Esiason was at the helm. Since that time, they are 0-8 straight up and 1-7 against the spread in the playoffs. But during that time, there was one big key piece missing, and that was a quarterback. Editor but Joe Burrow. Told you last season, told you this season beginning, this dude is a stud, and he's going to be there in the postseason, and here he is. And now I look back, actually, at Joe Burrow, because there's not a huge body of work. This is obviously him and his coach's first playoff game. Ooh, that's a big deal. Same thing on the Raiders side, by the way. First game for all these guys, so take that off the table as a fact. When you look at, there were 6 games in Joe Burrow's college career that meant something. These games you gotta have, including a national championship. 6 games. Joe Burrow in those 6 games went 6-0. 444 yards passing on average, with a touchdown to interception ratio of 27-0. This man shows up. And I expect other people like Jamar Chase and Ozuma to show up. These guys have to get this done. There's a lot of excitement. You don't come out in that locker room and wear shirts that say Bengals run the North and then get destroyed by a visiting Raiders team who, by the way, I think the NFL kind of did them dirty there. They're in that long 5-quarter game against the Chargers, and now they're going to come in and get the first game on Saturday on a short week Big emotional week, great win for the Raiders. And for those of you that like the Raiders, man, keep rolling. They've been a great bet. But I'm going to take the other side. I'm going to take the Bengals this time around. Get it done in Cincinnati in advance. That's a young rising star out there for the Cats.
Hey, you look, everybody gets the bad end or the short end of the stick. You know what? It's what you do with that short end of the stick. And they're going to just get that short end and ram it right where the sun don't shine. I'm telling you.
I'm going to say this about this game, though. And this was interesting. This goes back to the national championship game when Joe Burrow was at the helm. If these Bengals get down and you see those Raiders go up early, 7-10 points, those in-game betting opportunities are going to be there at a real nice payout for a Bengals comeback. And Joe Burrow is a great second half adjustments type of quarterback that can unleash it, as he did in the national championship game once before, to take the dub. So don't lose hope and get that in-game betting opportunity while it's there.
I'm with the Madden spirit in this one. Let's get it on, because it is the playoffs. You talking playoffs? Oh my God! On this next one, who? The guy who said playoffs, the guy that's sitting over there, is the Buffalo Bill. And his forefather predecessor. Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs? All right, it's the Bills -4. Going sitting there just like chilling, like we just took care of the indie heartbreak kids at home. We broke their heart. We took their sweet chin music and turned it all around and made them just go out into pasture and just say, break a leg next time you try that trick again. But now it's all on again. It's the BILLS in the China shop with the bull. Okay, because they got a lot of it. They got a lot of bull against the NE heartbreak kids. Are you serious? This -4 is telling me there's a +4 for the Bill Belichick. All you Bill Belichickians out there just say, how could you just give Bill 4 points? I mean, he just lost. You think he's going to lose again twice? Well, the shark in me tells you this. Hey, listen, it's a bettor's paradise. It's a gambler's run. And I'm telling you now, this is part of the run. I started with the LBR, but now I'm moving on. And it's the Bills. And I'm telling you why? Because the Bills can do it. A better defense, yes. And they can go against them very easily over 4 points. It's not a problem. Put the money on the line every time. Bill Belichick, don't even sweat. It's okay. You got a rookie, he is the cyborg, but you didn't download all that information to his head yet. Big, who you got?
I'm going the other side on this one. I'm going to preface this and say that the last 18 playoff games played on Wildcard weekend, underdogs are 15-3 against the spread. So, I'm breaking that down for you in simple terms. What that means is, historically here, and more recent years, betting favorites in wildcard weekend is like taking money and just taking a lighter to it and lighting it on fire and saying goodbye. Alright, so historically, underdogs have performed pretty good here in recent years in this weekend. And we're talking about, and I get it, there's a rookie quarterback, but I've seen regression in Josh Allen. I felt like this young man would grow this year and grow into a real contender in the AFC, and if anything, there's been some regression. His last couple of games especially, not so great. So I will look for him to get it together, try, and move that Buffalo team, but you know what? He doesn't play well in the cold. He says, I can't feel my fingertips. I can't feel my fingertips when it gets cold. It's going to be 0 degrees. Bill Belichick, in his last 22 trips to Buffalo, has left that town with a record of 19-3, and I respect who was at the helm of that for the most part. I respect that part. But Bill Belichick is a part of that. I think he completely screwed the Bills up last game when he only threw the ball 3 times. They have no idea what to suspect. So you have Belichick and the element of surprise coming in here. I'm going to take these 4 points. I could see this at a field goal at the end, but I'm going to cover it. I'm going to take that safety. And don't be surprised, man, if it's 20-3 coming out of here. You can look at that number and look at it and go, why did I do that?
It can happen. Hair can grow on the bamboos behind every day. Okay, one way or the other is how fast it grows, and I don't think it's going to grow any faster. The Bills are going to be
full of
disaster.
You're right, they should.
I want a pow, I want a Shasta. Okay, they're going to bring it back just like Jim Kelly. Hey. Jim Kelly going to be in that on? Okay.
Wild Saturday Night Football, baby.
Okay, that is on Saturday. You know what we talking about, but let's move on for our third bet. And we are telling you right now, as the eagle may fly. Oh, as the eagle may fly. And as he might glide, and as much as he might try, he will land on the shoulders of the parrot or who? The pirate he wants to be with. It's the Eagles against the Tampa Bay. And I mean the Tampa Bays. And I mean they gonna need the whole group in the whole bay to just bring up that ship, bring up that ghost ship and summon the ghost of Jack Sparrow and just get down like that. You understand? Cause natural disasters every which way. But the EAGLES, they got the #1 running game and they running for the Hall of Fame. Yes, they can do it. It's the #2 versus the #7. Now you know it's the returning champs just sitting there licking their chops. They already took care of the Eagles earlier, came to Philly and didn't show no brotherly love. Oh, okay, at the end they could have scored. They did show a little bit. You remember that? But I swear on my 2 pinky rings, if you go down there doing the same damn thing, you ain't gonna win a dang chicken wing. There won't be nobody serving you after hours in the pizza spots. Just get your behind back to Philly, eat a sub or a hoagie, because this is the only love you want to get back up in here, okay? But I'm taking the EAGLES, and I do mean for the cover. They disgracing the Eagles like this -8.5. Tampa Bay stay alive. I told you about that 8.5. It's a deadly game, but in this situation, I do see the Eagles just gonna Tom Brady playing on points. You know what it is. He gonna let the Eagles move by 3. Okay, cover the spread. B, who you got?
So let me ask you this question. The Eagles right now are plus 5,500 to win the Super Bowl. If the Eagles beat the Buccaneers, what do you think they'll go to?
Minus 1,000.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a pretty rich bet when you consider they have an offensive line with multiple Super Bowl champions on it. It's a good experience. I get they're a young team. This is going to be an interesting game. The forecast, it's early. We shoot Wednesday night. This is a Sunday game, and the Weather Channel knows nothing about what they're talking about. So who knows? But right now, the forecast is for some pretty heavy rain. And so this is going to be an interesting game, you know. I don't know it's going to impact strategy a whole lot, but it is going to be wet football. And one thing you do see in these, you know, ill-weathered games is turnovers. And this is like an area where the Bucs can get into trouble potentially, and things go the other way. And the Eagles have shown the ability to turn the ball over on defense and get their ball back. So the thing that terrifies me about this is really the fact that Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator, hasn't had a very good season with the Eagles. He's definitely coached some clunkers. He's left us all scratching our head. He has not shown aggressive. He's just given up everything underneath. So everything dink and dunk is there. And the Eagles don't stop anybody. So they're going to have to get Brady off of his first read. They're going to have to be aggressive on defense. And they're going to have to be able to keep up. And I don't know that this Eagles running game is going to do it. But the fan of me says something special is about to happen down in Tampa. I'm going to take the 8.5 here with the Eagles. Fly, Eagles fly. Bring down the evil empire. Let's create a fun story here and have another week of football in Philadelphia. What do you say, T-Shot?
So dangerous. But on the side bet on this, on the player props, you know what you're playing with FanDuel DraftKings. Go into those player props. And on this game, bet the over. And I mean for the passing of the quarterback. Yeah, he's going to get over that. It's going to be unexpected. That's what you're betting. Take the over for the Hurts passing yards. Okay.
Eagles 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 playoff games.
There we go. Good news travels fast, and it don't last because everybody's going to play and put on that cash. But all we need to know right now is that the man that's coming up that's going to give you all 6 picks, and I mean he's just going to run through them like a melee. Is a massacre.
Something tells me he's not picking Joe Burrow.
Oh, I don't know about that. He might go against him, but yeah, you're right. It's Al Shark.
That's right.
It's
All right. Welcome to the Sharkmoney Revival. I am Brother Al Sharpton, and I'm here to bless you what I know. As we enter into the gates of the NFL, I got a good book for you this week. It's called Wildcard. And as you enter into Wildcard, I got chapter 1. It's the Raiders versus the Bengals. And as the Raiders got to go in and steal Tiger Skin King Ooh, they got to win that to the next level. I say that's the Raiders chapter 1. Chapter 2, we got the Patriots versus the Bills. Bill Belichick can't get his wings to go. He got to go to the store. I see the Bills in chapter 2. Chapter 3, I see the Eagles versus the Buccaneers. Ooh, the Eagles can fly, but not in the Bay. Sprinkle with Old Bay. I say that's the Bucks with chapter 3. Chapter 4, I see the 49ers versus the Cowboys. Ooh, the Cowboys gonna steal this gold off of the 49ers. I say that's the chapter 4 with the Dallas Cowboys. Chapter 5, I see the Steelers versus the Chiefs. The Steelers got to go in and steal everything from the Chiefs. I say everything must go. I say everything must go. That's the Steelers. Chapter 5, chapter 6. I see the Cardinals versus the Rams. The Rams got to shake the Cardinals off of this so they can climb to the next level. Ooh, that's chapter 6. What does it say to me? What does it say to me? This says, win, baby, win. With my wings to go. When I receive my bucks, I will receive it from a renegade. When the Steelers steal from a Chief, I will be getting my Rams boogalot, Ram boogalot. Ooh. And what I'm gonna say to my neighbor? I'm gonna say neighbor. I'm gonna say neighbor. Ooh, kid. Yeah. Oh my way. All right.
Man, all 6 picks. Wow, man. Very unique with all the books. You better get on down there and start playing those picks. But in the meantime, you're tuned into the numero uno Shark Betting Shark Show of them all. It's the Shark Money Show. I'm your host T-Shark with my co-host.
T-Shark.
Yeah, we swimming in the bloody waters. It's playoff numero uno. And we getting it right down to it. You know it's gotta be done. Now done with the halftime and let's move on to the pastime. Because the pastime is the San Francisco Treat. Oh, they made it into the playoffs all right. They did what? A 17-point comeback. The Rams wasn't even ready. They just went to sleep like they were sleeping in the 57 jet. These boys was out there heavy on the levy. And they did not win the game. San Fran went and won the game and took it from them. Well, now you got these little gold mining just digging their way, and guess where they coming up into? They coming up underneath the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Yes, what they do, those miners kept on digging for that gold. They made their way. They said on our trail, our way to get this gold, there's some type of guys that's squatters that's sitting in our property. Because if you don't know something, that was all California, and that's our land, and that's what they coming to do to you, my man. It's the Dallas Stinking Cowboys, and I call them stinking because they with a -3, and that stinks so much for a home team like this. Yeah, out of touch, you're losing my mind. Come on, man. This is not gonna happen, Dallas. Tell me one more time. You're gonna have to commit a crime. You're gonna have to be like the last Boy Scout, just trying to get the touchdown because you need it, okay? Don't sweat the technique, but keep the weapons on the sideline. You don't need none of that, okay? But it's the San Francisco Treat that can't be beat. This -3 tells you that they're gonna leave you cold, swept off, and laid out in the street. And all the heat gonna come on you, and all the vultures gonna pick at your skin. It's over for you, it's over for them. Take the San Francisco, and I do mean Dallas. There ain't no cowboy in you like that no more. Just chill out and just call yourself the Dallas, okay? Cause y'all don't see the boys there, boy. Y'all gonna get your skirt up. B, who you got?
Yeah, man, I'm kind of with you on this one, buddy. You know, here are facts about the Dallas Cowboys. Great season in terms of covers. The best team in the NFL against the spread. And up there 13-4 against the spread this year. Actually, no, I take it back, 14-3 against the spread this year. Number 1 in the league. So let's take a look at that. So, there's certain, because they played in the NFC East, and as did the Eagles, I just don't count those games at all. And in fact, there are a lot of games on the Cowboys schedule against losing teams. So I took a look at the teams that are actually winning records in the playoffs and what their record against that looks like. 3-4 this year. 3-4 straight up. And 2 of the 3 wins were actually against the Philadelphia Eagles. One of which was the Philadelphia Eagles practice squad when they put a 50 burger on the end of Bird's practice squad. I mean, great. That was amazing work. But they only won one game outside of the others, but they took losses to the Bucks, they took losses to the Chiefs, they took losses to the Raiders, and most recently, not even 2 weeks ago, took a loss to the Cardinals. Took a loss to the Cardinals at home go. Pulled some cash registers on that one when we told you that was going to happen. And guess what? Guess what?
Yeah.
49ers 10-1-1 against the spread in their last 12 games played in January. This one's going to count too. Feeling nervous, take the 3 points. I'm going to take them on a plus 140 money line to get this done in Dallas and eliminate that fraud team from the playoffs. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here. What we're calling right now is a parlay. That means 2 or more teams on your card. It doesn't matter wherever site you go to or play. Just put 2 or more. And if you pick one, this is big money time. In the playoffs, it ain't about nickels and dimes. It's about hundreds and just go for blind. You just gotta do it, okay? Don't be scared and don't be weird. Be exotic. You understand? You're gonna go buy those $1,000 boots this weekend, okay? Take that $1,000 dial wow and put it on this bet. At least one of them get your money back, okay? Now here we are, and I need to blow the. I got to tell you, we're in a celebration. I mean, we need the celebration song to be played at any moment right now, because on this next pick, and I will bow down for you, my friend. Give you the Shark Money hug and all the love. And I'm telling you right now, word to Snoop Dogg. Snoop, I know you're watching. It's all over, but it's all again, my friend. It's the boy Big Ben. Okay, Big Ben is up in here. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they are mad as hell. They could be upset. They can bring every type of emotion that they want to this game, but it's not going to get them over the hump. I'm laughing at a 12.5 plus 12.5. Big Ben's retirement party. Ben, it's been fun. Get yourself a cold brew. You're at the bar, just call up round 1, and I'll take care of round 2. See, your round 2's on Shark Money. Just keep them pouring, because it's all about the bubbly in this. It's over. There ain't even a storyline I can talk about except for the retirement of Big Ben, because he's going up into the mile. I mean, and it's not even mile. It's Kansas City, okay? Kansas City, and it doesn't even matter who they are. It's going to wind up with a superstar being put out to pasture. The guy who did it 2 Super Bowls. I'm wearing your colors because you know what? Ben, Big Ben, I think you better put your money on the Pittsburgh Steelers, my friend. Because, well, what plus 12.5? They're not about to let Big Ben go out like this. Are you crazy? KC will win the game. But I'm telling you right now, they robbing things. They're gonna set up the whole thing. They're gonna get all the range and the numbers gonna change. And they're gonna start throwing flags on this guy that ain't even there. Okay? But they're gonna let Big Ben cover this spread. They ain't gonna let this old man go to bed. Big, who you got?
Yeah, man, I mean, the Chiefs are gonna win this game, right?
Yeah.
Right, the Chiefs are gonna win this game in advance. 12.5. Woo! I mean, the Steelers are 19-7-1 in their last 27 as a playoff dog here. So, you know, like historically, we disrespect the Steelers. They at least come through and cover on this, and this is such a big number.
Yes.
I'm like, look, should the Chiefs beat them by 30? Probably, right? Like, probably. But some tells me, like, I've seen so much of Andy Reid. And Andy Reid teams. Now, this team in Kansas City is a little different than the teams in Philadelphia that we sat through for 14 years here. But, you know, like, the defense has got some gaps in it, and I kind of feel like, you know, like, Big Ben didn't even think he was going to make the playoffs. Like, this is house money. I mean, riding with house money, nice and relaxed. And when you're playing nice and relaxed, you play your best football. So I kind of feel like this Swan song, you know, it may not be pretty in the end, and he may go home, but at the end of the day, if he's actually feeling it out there, this is not going to be a blowout. This is going to be a good television. The last thing the NFL wants is you turning off the TV because the Chiefs are winning by 30 points. So I'm going to take 12.5 points on this. And again, historically, it's been like, you know, betting favorites, it's been like burning money. So I'm getting to points.
Like I said, I'm rocking only this because out of respect to Big Ben, you understand, it's over. But if you win, Big Ben, hey, call on me, because the Shark Money Money Show told you so. Put the PIT in your life, okay? And you'll raise up and graze up and everybody will grow and the leaves will let you know, okay? But here we are for the finale. And I do be the number 6 pick of them all. It's what you want to call the cherry on top. Go call the cops. Tell everybody the storyline has been shown and drawn. It is the A to the Z with the dirtiest game out there. They taking L's on the last game. Then they got to go up here into the LAR. The guy who Murray, who can run a touchdown in a hurry, in a flurry. He can make your vision look blurry. Well, I haven't seen no blurry vision the last 3 dang weeks. Now we into the playoffs and here we go again, the A to the Z. It's a whole lot of, letters are missing in between. We just can't get there that fast and you're moving too fast. And that means the L to the A to the R, pull up to the bar and you're a star. I mean, these boys coming in at you drunk as hell. They gonna be wobbly, drunk and monk. And I'm telling you right now, from the defensive end to the linebacker to the cornerback, all I see is stars. Okay, I mean, all I see is KO knockout. It's over for them. It's over for anybody. Take the LAR, the Rams on top of the hill on the way on up and just knocking all the competition on out. Give them all that headbutt action. Okay, it's over for the A to the Z. Sorry, Murray. Number 10. I don't know if you want to show up, my friend, or you might have to roll out the wheelchair. Somebody got to get out here and have another star on the team. B, who you got?
Yo, man, you're talking about a hot road team here with the Arizona Cardinals. 8-1 on the road this year, including 8-1 against the spread. The only loss on the spread and the straight up was Detroit.
That's it.
The Detroit game was actually the only game these fools lost on the road. And they put 37 on the Rams, 37-20, I believe that game was.
Yes.
So they showed it, man. They showed it. Come into LA and get this done. And the Rams, they look really nice, especially nice on paper. I like that coach. I like him to win this game, man, actually, to be honest. I think Matt Stafford gets it together here.
Of course.
I think it's going to be an exciting game for sure. I mean, Kyler Murray's, always exciting to watch. AJ Green looks like he's getting it together. You got James Conner coming back, who's been a touchdown scoring machine this year. There's a lot going on in this playoff game, man. And, hey, look, you can make a great case for both of these teams. But when you look at it here, the Rams have been 9-2-1 here. And then 10-2 straight up in their last 12 games against Arizona. So Sean McVay has had Cliff Kingsbury's number here historically. And if anything, I feel like Sean McVay is probably fielding his strongest team in this rivalry. So I'm going to side with the Rams on this one on the first ever Wildcard weekend Monday night game. What's happening? It's like all kind of crazy stuff in the universe, man.
Yes, so they call and they shall be answered. Everything you prayed and wished for shall be in these 6 games. If you put the money up, don't be out there with the pennies and the dimes. Be what you gotta say on that.
I was gonna say, there's one thing we haven't really talked about before we get off here. I need to throw this out here. The Titans are being disrespected. The Titans have a bye this week.
Yeah.
And I seen them at plus 400 to win the conference and called them at plus 850 to win the Super Bowl. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC, which is probably the better of the 2 conferences in the end. The Titans are plus 850. There are 4 teams. The Packers, the Rams. I think even the Cowboys, right? I don't even know. Like, it disgusted me to see how many teams are actually ahead of that, but actually didn't disgust me because I took that right away.
But
there's good value on the Titans right now.
You get all that. You heard what it is. You're damn right, it's the Titans.
They're with 2 home games to win the conference,
That's right.
man.
You'll remember the
Tighten up, baby. We'll have a live report next week or a couple weeks from
now. We're going to give it to you, all the information. That's coming. Everybody's going to know us, and then you're all going to share the Shark Money Show. So like I said, like and share this video. Tune in to YouTube. Subscribe, because that is the playoff numero 1. We took care of all 6. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you make a whole lot of money. I make millionaires to billionaires to trillionaires. Let's do it. It's the Shark Money Show.
Thank you for watching the Shark Money Show. Please remember that betting tips and advice are provided with the best of intentions and are carefully researched, but are for entertainment purposes only. No liability of any sort, financial or otherwise, is assumed by the Shark Money Show or any connected company or party. And hey guys, be responsible. Remember, gambling can be fun, but in excess it can also be addictive. So if you think you have a gambling problem, please seek help at 1-800-GAMBLER. And here's some tips to keep it fun. 1. Only gamble with money you can afford to lose. 2, set a time limit and firm bankroll and then stick to it. 3, don't chase losses. 4, only gamble with a good and clear state of mind. And 5, treat it as a hobby. And there you go. Thanks again for watching the Shark Money Show.